Oh wow, guys, you are going to hate me for this video. So, we're all stackers. We stack gold, silver, copper. Some people stack platinum, a few stack palladium, actually very few stack rhodium. Well, in short, we collect many of the rare elements that the earth is created from. And each one of us have a different way of stacking. Today, I'm going to go through the most common ones. Hello, precious people. So before digging into this awesome new video, I want to take a moment to say thank you for watching. And are you a stacker today, or are you just getting into precious metals? Today, I'm going to talk about the different type of stackers. Well, some of these ones are common ones, but other are quite new, and hopefully some of them will make you laugh. Stackers is fun, so I hope none of this will offend you. And really wait for the end, because the last one is a very special one. So please watch until the end. Let's do this, people. So number one is the prepper stacker. And the prepper stacker is an interesting creature, because preppers are actually not only silver and gold stackers, but they prep themselves for a larger crisis. This includes stacking and prepping up for food necessities, gas for the car, and well, you guessed it, toilet paper. Joke aside, a prepper either live or would love to have a house far away from everything, where they can plant their own food, survive even during the most difficult times. And prepper stackers collect typically gold and silver in case of an emergency. And in the whole economical system falls apart, people go back to pay, with the oldest money we know. The prepper will always have the buying power no matter what. I don't personally believe in this scenario, but looking at the history, I don't think it would be a bad idea. Number two, the Wealth Preservator. So, the Wealth Preservator is a person that stack silver and gold to preserve their wealth. It sounds simple, but it's not. So let me explain. Inflation is a hidden tax on the people. Inflation comes from several things, but the main generator of inflation is the central bank printing more money. They do that to either finance political promises, where they need more money, or to increase the overall spending and make sure that the economy grows. Well, more money in circulation also lower the value of the currency, which makes it easier for a country to export goods. Whew. Okay, so now when we have that clear, inflation makes your currency worth less. So even if you have 10 euros and you save it for 100 years, you will still have 10 euros, but your buying power will be less than 50 cents. Currency like US dollar actually lost 95% of its value in the past 70 to 100 years. Silver and gold is not affected by inflation because you can't print gold. You can't print stuff like this. Good. So the Wealth Preservator collects gold and silver to maintain their buying power in the future. The concept is simple. You invest currency that is meant for long-term savings and you buy gold and silver. Yes, you guessed it. Number 3. Copper is still more valuable than fiat stacker. Well, this kind of stacker is a combination of an addict and a collector. Just kidding. We are all addicts. But I see a lot of people that say, I don't care what silver costs. As long as you buy it with paper currency, which these people think is useless, you make a good deal. These stackers think fiat does not have a value at all. They would stack anything that holds real value and the price is not very important. I had a guy once telling me, and after paying a huge premium, that I made a good deal because it's still more valuable than fiat. I don't deny that papers are useless, but you can still walk into a shop today and buy food with this useless paper. So is it really useless? However, one day it might actually be, because people realize that money is just useless numbers or paper, and you get more into real assets such as, yes, you guessed it, gold and silver. And so I think that the number 3 actually have a point. Number 4. The collector stacker. Now, the collector buys coins mainly for collecting. So this could be done as mainly a hobby, but some collector stackers also use this as a way to preserve their future wealth. You can either collect series of coins, old coins, or coins with, low mintage, like this expensive gold dog. Collecting coins is fun, and if you buy coins that you really want to buy because you think it's fun, then that's a good thing. Collectors can also get really wealthy because while gold and silver prices go up and down, highly collectible coins can increase a lot in value over time. And they're less sensitive to the actual metal price. Some old copper coins can actually be worth many $1,000s, even if the metal content is worth less than $1. This might be one of the most fun part of stacking coins, but also one of the most risky if you are new to, precious metals. Number 5, the anti-government stacker. So, how do you hide your money from the government if you don't want to use Bitcoin? Well, save gold and silver and exchange them to cash when you need to buy something. The anti-gov stacker will use gold and silver as a way to keep their belonging and their money outside the system. They don't want the government to know how much money they have or how they use it. And while this is a lovely story, it's also a popular way used by criminals to hide money from, the tax system or financial illegal activities. So, is it good or bad? Well, you have to tell for yourself. If you believe in the future that there will be, a big brother follow every transaction and every step along the way, then this is not a crazy idea. Beautiful dragon, by the way. Number 6 is the addicted stacker. And this is the stacker that know they spend too much money on gold and silver, but they can't simply stop. I think we can all relate to this. Now, the addicted stacker does not care that much about the prices, because no matter the spot price or premium, they will keep buying silver and gold. You press that buy button even if you know it's a bad idea. You press that buy button even if you know your salary is in 3 weeks and you didn't pay your rent yet. Well, this is the kind of stacker that no one admits to be, but most of us are. And in the end, it is better than cigarettes. Because as long as you buy gold and silver for money you have, it's still fine. When you start to sell your car or your family's dog to buy a high premium gold coin, that's where you probably need to seek help. Number 7, the flipper stacker. And the flipper is not a dolphin, but it's a type of stacker. And these stackers does not swim, but they do stack coins and bars. The idea is simple. You buy something cheap, you flip it, meaning you're selling it more expensive to someone else. And commonly it's people that buy 10 rare high premium coins that are usually popular among collectors. If you're fast enough and early, you can get a good price, and when you later flip it and sell the coin to a collector that missed out, you can now earn a margin from this. This makes the price of your stack cheaper and some people might make a pretty nice profit from this. This does not mean that you flip a coin every time you sell something more expensive. I think that's the whole point if you ever want to make money from your collection. But stacker generally buy a coin with the idea of flipping it within a short time frame to make a nice profit. Number 8, the I never sell stacker. The I never sell stacker will buy a lot of silver and gold, but they will never ever sell it. The reason are many, but still a little bit unclear. Some just want to keep it for their family and kids in the future. Some see it as a way to calculate your earnings during a lifetime, and some people might just think that they want to turn themselves into a dragon and sleep on gold. Well, who knows? Number 9, the weightlifter stacker. The weightlifter stacker is seeking to add the cheapest possible silver and gold, and their main purpose is being a stacker to add weight to the stack. It doesn't matter what the purity is. If the coins has milk spot all over it, the silver is broken or look like shit, this type of stacker eats it all as long as it is real silver. And it's still a little bit unclear what the future holds. Maybe silver and gold will go up a lot, and if it does, you can trade this shitty collection for a melt value and become a millionaire. I don't know. Joke aside, I think we should care about the weight of our stack, because in the end, if we invest in silver and gold as long-term security investment, then this needs to include sell it at some point. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. And by paying the lowest premiums you can, the total value of your stack will be better in comparison to the inflation rate and other factors. So when silver prices dips, this person lost less because the premium were lower. So in essence, this is a very smart way of buying metals. It might be a little bit boring to not have nice coins, but if silver is for you a pure investment and nothing else, then that's your way. People, it's starting to be a lot of silver on the tables here. It's actually somewhere around 2 kilos, and I can show you. So number 10 is the silver will go to 1000 stacker. No matter what the spot price of the silver is, the silver will always go up 10 or 20 times. They will always say the price will double. Only the sky is the limit. And when the price is at 10,000, they say it will go to 20,000 and then 40, etc. So some people will give me a thumbs down here because, it's okay. It's actually helped the algorithm of this video. However, let's understand that I'm joking when I'm saying this. We all know that these guys are, most rational minds that will understand that silver will go up, but there is a limit. And let's face it, silver has a huge upside and it could very well double, triple or whatever, but we sometimes need to be rational about things. Silly high prices will only be reality if the silver banks or central banks starting to back up the reserves by silver, or if people go back to some sort of silver standard and using silver money again. Now, I personally don't think that it will ever happen again. The world is just too technology focused and it's too modern for that. I don't say that it won't though, because it could very well happen. We all know that central banks will, rather invest some digital currency that will be easier to manipulate and handle. While I don't personally believe in this, if you do, then I don't blame you. Because if this happened, then you would be a happy person and I won't. And until then, I prefer to stack and communicate, just in a different way. Okay guys, we came to the bonus. The golden bonus. This is a different stacker with a different goal. The name is Back to the Future Stacker. And the Back to the Future Stacker see a very long-term scope of stacking, to a point where we dug up most of the gold and silver from the ground, and everything that is available on the market is on the market. These stackers believe that gold and silver will have unlimited industry capacity in the future, and that the metal can never be destroyed, only recycled. So in the future, the demand would be much higher, but with existing supply, metal would be much more expensive and rare. And in terms of the crisis, we would see robots and humans side by side searching for scrap metals to give access to important life functions. The Back to the Future Stacker believes that metal will have a far more important function in the future that's driven by technology, electricity, robots. And that stacker, for example, silver will not only make you very wealthy in the future, but it will also work as a resources to give you a higher life standard. Maybe people, gold have, special abilities that will be even more needed in the modern technology world to discover, and that the true price of gold will be revealed then. That would be so cool, right? So there you go, people. 11 types of stackers. Most of us is a combination of one or more. And if you took all your time to listen until now, then please leave a comment below. What type of stacker are you? Any of the numbers above, would love to hear. And hey, don't forget to subscribe before leaving for future videos like this. Hey, see you next time, guys. Take care.